Hi, so we're going to discuss a little bit of setting up a repository for your code. So initially in my browser, it could be Chrome, anything, I'm going to navigate to github.com. Just take me to my homepage, and we click on the green button here that says New Repository. I'm going to name repository anything, and in this case, I'm just going to call it example repository. And I have an option to either make it public or private. Public means quite literally anyone can see it as long as they have a link. Private means that just you and maybe your teammates that you send it to and your TA are able to access this. I'm going to save it as public for now. Make sure you do it in accordance to what the project guidelines are, and I'm going to create the repository. Now that the repository is created, I'm going to create a new project in Django. I'm just going to call it example project and create it. Now I want to be able to set up a connection to this repository that I've created. So I am going to push this project to the repository. To do that, I'm going to navigate here to the bottom left-hand side. We can see here we have terminal. So we can click on terminal and it should open a window in Pycharm. May take a second. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize a local Git repository. This assumes that I have Git already installed. So I'm going to do git init, enter, right? Init for initialize. And from there, I'm going to add all of these files that I have in this directory to be staged for committing. Just for the first push to the repository. So I'm just do git add space and then period. Period just tells me what I'm actually adding. In this case, the dot just tells me everything in directory is being added. And then I'm going to commit the changes -m, which is indicating that I'm sending a message. And I'm going to name it, say, my first commit. Right. From there, I am going to add a remote origin to this repository. So I'm going to git remote add origin. And then I'm going to go back to my browser. I'm going to go to the repository I'm looking at. And here, actually, I can find a URL or a HTTPS link here that corresponds to my repository. Generally, it's just github.com/username/name of the repository.git. And I'm going to copy and paste that into my terminal. And then press enter. Lastly, I'm going to actually take these changes that I've just staged for commit, and I'm going to push it to this origin. So I'm going to do git push-u-f, and then we've named the origin, right? That's the name that we said the kind of remote upstream is. So -u-f origin, and then main is the default branch name. Be a little bit careful. Some online solutions will tell you to do push origin and then to master. Master is an outdated name for your default branch. Now, if I go back to the browser and I refresh it, I can see that these files here, example projects, settings, URLs, etc., has been uploaded to my Git repository. Now, suppose that we are one of your team members and you've already pushed all of your code. So what we're going to do now is we are going to figure out a way to take this repository and clone it to our local files. In order to do that, I am going to click open Pycharm and then do get from VCS or version control. My version control is going to be git, and the URL is going to be, here's my home page for my repository. Here is this green button that says code. I'm going to press the drop-down button. And then again, I'm going to copy the URL, the .git URL that corresponds to it, and then paste it in the YAR section, and then I'm going to select clone. And that should allow you to clone the files on your repository to your local computer. All right, that should get you and your teammates set up for using Git with your project.